of the skyscrapers of Midtown Manhattan from high above the East River here in New York City. Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. And tonight, we'll see the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the New York Knicks here in New York. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Hey, Kevin. The Knicks have young talent and some promising draft picks. For that reason, they feel they're well positioned to trade for a star if one becomes available. The Knicks front office member described that as the best path for them. Guys, in the Big Apple, there is little patience for a long rebuild.
A little patience indeed. That's interesting. Thank you, David. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played. And
an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Assman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the center position. And for New York, Randall out there with Taj Gibson. Then there's Mo Harkless. Then it's R.J. Barrett. And it's Payton in at the 1 spot. And Barrett now top of the key. Pass to Harkless. Nice D from Sexton. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
What was most disturbing to me was they didn't have a backup plan, right? The threes aren't falling. What do you do next?
And Barrett the bucket on the assist by Mo Harkless.
Good concentration from the man out of Toronto, Ontario, R.J. Barrett. Go ahead with the contact finish.
Now, here's Garland. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Here's Love, and Love throws it down.
Oh, guys, Love leaves no doubt with the finish on that one.
Here's Payton. There's the pass to Randall. Over Love. Randall no good.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Osman the pass to Drummond. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you look at the size and athleticism. Once Drummond gets the ball in there, it's game over.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. Free throw good, Drummond.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
And both free throws good for Drummond. Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Payton the bounce pass. Barrett the pass to Randall. Lays it up and banks it in.
That's 2 things right there for R.J. Barrett. It's awareness and unselfishness. Pretty pass.
And a physical presence is former Kentucky Wildcat Julius Randle. But he's got some mobility to go along with it, able to move and attack in transition.
Garland, no good.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You know, people have talked about Julius Randle's game. He's a power driver, isn't he, Greg? I mean, the guy just bulldozes all the way in.
I like that phrase, Kev. You know, very fluid for his size. A pretty good ball handler and passer. I think his shooting is where he's still filling in the gaps.
shooting 2.
That's good from Payton.
I think Elfrid Payton has exciting potential. He's got unbelievable defensive instincts and work habits. He just needs to develop a little bit more on the offensive end.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. To the middle, here's Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
Well, just quick with the decision-making, smart pass by Darius Garland.
Inside, and Randall throws it down.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Sexton with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Wizards in Washington to the left side wing. Here's Osman. Just 5 to shoot. Love, no luck.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Randall kicks to Payton. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Drummond's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Passes to Garland. Back to Sexton. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Sexton's got 5 points so far.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Knicks trail by 6. Outside, Robinson. To the inside, Ntilikina. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
Boy, how about the awareness from the big man? We think of Mr. Robinson as a shot blocker. What a pretty pass.
Pass to Windler. Pass to Nance. He can't get it to go. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Here's Ntilikina. Porter pulls it in. The Cavaliers leading by 4. 1:37 left to play here in the first. Robinson with the block.
Wingspan, athleticism, verticality. Robinson with authority sends it back.
The pass to Knox. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You've got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally. And Larry Nance Jr., son of former NBA great Larry Nance, like his father, Larry Jr. plays well above the rim.
Greg, this is a young guy who can go over you, through you, and when he's airborne, this is one of the scariest players to challenge at the rim.
The first one falls.
What a story Larry Nance Jr. is, guys, because at 16, this is a young man who was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. Remarkably, it didn't slow him down. This guy has become a great role model for kids everywhere. Control the disease with a very strict diet. That's what he's done.
Second free throw, no good.
And Doris, the Knicks have made it clear they see Mitchell Robinson as one of their key young players moving forward.
So would I, Greg, if I had a quick twitch 7-footer with the shot blocking abilities, the defensive instincts, and this guy is putting in the time to grow his game on the offensive end. Listen, Mitchell Robinson's going to be a problem in this league. Well, Mitchell Robinson knows who he is, a vertical spacer. What a pretty dunk.
Thompson passes to Porter. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And just 72% from the line a season ago. Not the greatest of numbers, but there are guys who are far worse off when it comes to free throw shooting.
Free throw missing. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Bobby Portis. And he sinks the second. The Knicks have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ball game. Neely Keena looking it over. Clock at 6. Passes it to Knox. Over Nance. Knox misses.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Cavaliers lead by 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Earlier on, we ran into Bobby Portis, who explained the origin of the underdog label.
I think the underdog story, started when I was a kid. I always been a guy that's always been picked second. Even though I had, high accolades in high school, I had to work for those really, really hard to get those. I feel like nobody really ever believes in, none of the things I do. Even if I have a good season, to me it was a good season, but somebody else it wasn't as good as they wanted it to be.
And Greg, playing with a chip on his shoulder, has served Portis well.
Some guys try to block out the haters. Portis uses it as fuel to keep achieving more.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what do you guys think about the Cavaliers so far in this one?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Nance and Thompson are up front. Garland is out there with Porter. And it's Windler in at the 3, the small forward. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thank you and good evening. The Knicks made changes in coaching and the front office since the start of last season. But the question is, can they move forward? Their last winning season was back in 2013. Amidst the frenzy that is the media in New York, they'd like to make headlines going forward for all the right reasons this time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. First one falls for. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see, because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. And stolen by Ellington. Here's Barrett. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Not letting that one fly. Drummond using his height and wingspan to deny the shooter.
Sexton the pass to Windler. Jacks up a 3. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Fades back. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 5 rebounds tonight.
The number 3 pick back in the 2019 draft. RJ wanted to play for the Knicks. He knew it wouldn't be easy with all the turmoil last season. Boy, was that an understatement.
Here's Payton. The Cavaliers making the shot. Banked in off the glass.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. You know, Greg, you asked Barrett. He said he felt better prepared for the glare of the New York media after his one season at Duke because, you know, playing there is in the national limelight. You're on a star-studded team.
Yeah, I mean, playing with Zion Williamson, Cam Reddish, and Trey Jones, the Knicks could use a little more star talent, though, if they're going to turn the corner.
Taj Gibson's checked in for New York. Porter's checked in for Cleveland. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
New York trailing. Pass to Randall. Over Love. Second chance shot. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Well, there's a physicality to what Taj Gibson does on a nightly basis, and particularly when he's this close.
The Knicks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And he makes the first.
What you love about Taj Gibson is his leadership. This guy is an intelligent, ferocious competitor who plays his role to a T.
one drops. He ties it up. And here's Sexton. He has 5. Now here's Porter. Outside, Sexton. It's good.
Well, speed is such an important weapon for Colin Sexton, and he gets to the mid-range game. Nice.
Now Payton. Pass to Barrett. Back to Payton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Harkless. Love grabs the board. Cavaliers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
A huge target on alley-oops. Throw it towards Drummond, and he'll take care of the rest.
New York calls timeout. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
The Knicks making a switch here. Portis is checked in. Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard. It's certainly been a good month for these teams on the offensive glass. Number 1, the Knicks.
They have been aggressive underneath. I mean, they're playing with a physicality that you don't often see, and it's led to a lot of second chance points.
Now here's Payton. Count that one. Payton's got 5.
See, the unpredictability of Elfrid Payton helps him in these situations. Good at taking what the defense gives him in that instance.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Here's a look at some of the stats for him. Here's Payton. 5 points in the game. Harkless with it, and stolen by Love. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Porter with it. Guarded now by Harkless. And there's the foul. It'll go on Mo Harkless. That's his first foul. A different look for New York. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Gibson. Reggie Bullock comes in for Maurice Harkless. And it's Ntilikina in for Payton. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Thompson's checked in. And here's Porter. Drummond up top. Kicks it to Sexton. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Well, that's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammate. Sexton is a quality floor general.
Here's Ntilikina. Here's Barrett. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Now here's Porter. They lead by 4. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A chance now to check out the Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Monday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls. Then on Wednesday, they'll head home to take on the Dallas Mavericks. For New York, they've gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Ntilikina passes to Barrett. Now here is is Robinson. Now the pass to Portis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Andre Drummond picks one up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Knox, he's checked in for R.J. Barrett. Nance, he's checked in for Cleveland. Garland comes in for Jetty Osman. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Here's Sexton. It's rebounded by New York.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Now, here is Robinson. He's coming off a 13-point game against Dallas.
And don't forget about the 2 blocks. He really changed the game for his team on the defensive side.
And now the fast break. Garland with the ball. There's Porter with the 3. Goes back up, and it's laid up and in by Thompson.
Thompson, he has such a low, wide base. He is near impossible to fully box out.
And again, it's the Knicks missing. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Cavaliers on top. They lead by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Elfrid, how big is defense going to be in the second half to help you get this win?
It's going to be big. That's what it's going to come down to. Defense wins games.
It certainly does, Elfrid. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. The largest lead they had was 6 in the opening period. They were a determined team in the second quarter, and you saw it come across on the scoreboard. Kenny, what's your take on Cleveland so far?
They put a strong emphasis on patrolling and controlling the glass tonight. And the players got the message. They're battling for every rebound. If they're going to keep that attitude up in the second half, I really like their chances.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on New York.
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly passes. Nothing was forced. They had a nice flow to the offense. Guys knew where to be on the floor. That's the heads-up style of play they need to bring in the second half.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low, just great work.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. They've got Taj Gibson. Harkless is out there with Randall. Then there's Elfrid Payton, and it's Barrett at the 2. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now, here's Sexton. Knocked away. It's stolen by Randall. And now the Knicks on the break. Randall's running. Barrett wide open. He fires. Drains it from beyond the arc. Barrett's got the first bucket of the third here for New York. Cavaliers leading.
And a star player at Kentucky, Julius Randle, selected 7th back in 2014.
And it's not easy as a young player to overcome an injury early, but Julius has done that, and he has proven capable as a scorer in the NBA, and that to me is where he can make his mark.
And here is Payton following the three-pointer by Kevin Love. And Barrett gets it to go.
Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
Now, here's Garland. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Love dishes to Drummond from the arc. Randall grabs the board. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Knicks. Trailing by 2. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Here's Barrett for the lead. Love grabs the board. Here's Osman. Love outside. From outside, off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Passes it to Randall. Over Love. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. High, arcing shot, and there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Garland.
How about the soft touch on the floater from Colin Sexton? You must have that in your arsenal.
Payton looking around. He dishes it to Barrett. New York needs to get off a shot. Here's Harkless. And the Knicks miss again.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Osman, the pass to Drummond. Drummond is doubled. Outside, Sexton. And the Cavaliers get another bucket right there. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything. Every time I had a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Gibson. Bobby Portis comes in for Randall. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Maurice Harkless. And Ellington is subbed in for Elfrid Payton.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Porter passes to Nance. That one good for 2.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
For Cleveland, they have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Kevin Knox is checked in for Barrett.
One shot.
Nance, no good on the free throw. Knicks trail by 8. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Ellington. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Knicks have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. And the first one at the line is good.
And team-wide, they've been terrific from the line here. Just one of those nights when the confidence has spread from one player to the next.
Ellington hits them both. So it's the Cavaliers now. 6-point lead. Pass to Windler. Dishes it to Thompson. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The Cavaliers have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9.
One shot.
That free throw good from Thompson.
Thompson knows he needs to keep working on that free throw shot. It definitely needs improvement.
Now here's Ellington. Pass to Portis. Here's Knox. And Thompson sends it back.
That's where Thompson's length comes into play. You think you can sneak a shot over him, but he'll swat it right back at you.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
A minute 42 left in the third. Now, here's Garland. Ellington defending. The pass to Nance. Robinson with the block. Here's Knox. And he comes up with the deuce.
I'll tell you, what sound shot mechanics. Kevin Knox's jumper is wet.
Now, here's Garland. Ellington defending. Here's Porter. Drills the elbow jumper. Porter's got the lead up to 9 now for the Cavs.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now, here is Robinson. Pass to Knox. Misses the layup. The Cavaliers leading by 9. 32 seconds left here in the third quarter. Porter, no luck.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Knox, the pass to Ellington. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the third. Shot clock at 6. Now Bullock. And he banks in the layup. Bullock's got his first basket of the night.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
And so it's Cleveland, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we'll be right back after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Knicks trail by 7. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, the duo inside, Love and Thompson. Then there's Sexton. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in at the 2 spot.
Julius Randle is never going to back away from a defensive player. He knows he's got the strength to play through contact. Nice job drawing the foul.
First free throw is good.
It seems to me Julius Randle improves every season, and the more responsibility he's given, it seems the better he performs.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Andre Drummond comes in for Thompson, and it's Jetty Osman in for Porter. And so he hits both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Sexton against Payton. Pass to Love. The 3. Here's Drummond. And Kevin Knox gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. So for the Knicks, Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. And Barrett subbed in for Kevin Knox. And here's Love for 3. That one doesn't go.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Barrett with the ball. Guarded now by Kevin Love. Barrett, no good. Cleveland leading by 5. Pass to Sexton. He kicks it to Love. Sexton against Payton. 6 to shoot. Here's Sexton. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And this is who Drummond can be, an offensive anchor who can dominate once he gets cooking.
Payton outside. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Harkless is checked in for New York. A switch here also for Cleveland. Garland's checked in. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Payton outside. Just 5 on the clock. There's the dish to Barrett. No good on the 3. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Tries it from 9. That one a little long.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Payton, and the rejection by Love. Now, here's Garland. He's tightly guarded. Love outside. Drummond trying to get himself free. And Love with the basket on the assist by Garland.
Kevin Love specializes in finding the open space on the floor, pays off with a nice catch and shoot.
Barrett kicks to Randle. Barrett with the ball. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And Love's got the ball here for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, here's Garland. Barrett covering. Right side, Sexton. Another three for Cleveland.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Thank you, David. Peyton left side, 6 on the shot clock, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And there's the foul against Cleveland.
Now, Elfrid Payton is unafraid of contact. Really good job drawing the defense and making them pay.
He misses the free throw. Good on the second free throw. And here is Garland. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And it's Drummond missing.
And that's an important rebound, especially on a night where the board work has not been their best.
Now, here's Barrett. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
Well, despite pretty good contests on the interior, R.J. Barrett doesn't back down and makes it look easy.
The pass to Love. Over Randall. A second chance effort. Sexton's shot is good. Sexton's got 5 points in the quarter.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Now Cleveland moving it up. Now here's Garland. Garrett covering. Passes it to Love. And Gibson sends it back.
Boy, Gibson's so good at timing these rejections. Twice on the pipes from Taj.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Porter's checked in for Cleveland. And that one falls for Barrett.
R.J. Barrett, still such a young talent in the NBA, but this is something this young man has dreamed about for as long as he can remember. He has the work habits and the commitment to be great.
Now, here's Garland, covered by Payton.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that will push the lead to double digits.
Well, we know that injury ended Darius Garland's college career right at its infancy. But this guy smartly used his recovery time to focus on getting ready for the NBA. And boy, he's proven he can be a gifted player.
Both good from the line that time. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Barrett. And it's sent back by Drummond.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Cavaliers.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Drummond.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
Down low. And there's Love. That's good on the assist from Porter. And the Cavaliers lead by 11.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. This was a very strong showing for them, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Tristan, congrats on the win. What was Coach's focus going into the game tonight?
Coach got after us, told us to start, we got to play defense. Just can't come in here and just let them make a score opportunity. We got to play defense and get back.
Well, it looks like you listened to him. Thanks, Tristan. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.